Hey, wait. Hi, I'm an F1 fan. My name is Daniel, and yeah, welcome to my YouTube channel. So I've been hesitating of making a YouTube video on a channel. I have a channel, but I've been trying to make a YouTube video about F1, my passion, for a long time. And this is actually the first one I'm making. So well, let's see how it goes. So today is the 10th of May. So yeah, last Sunday was the Miami GP. This was 2023, and let's say it was a very weirdly special race. I didn't actually watch the whole thing. I went out like towards the end, but I know what happened. You know, it was a weird race in the sense of let's say there was overtakes, there were no crashes, no safety car, no mistakes. I think that was the first time in a long while that has happened in the race. Meanwhile, the race was action-packed, on track and off track definitely, but it wasn't really there. You know, it was dull and it was weird. I mean, I enjoyed it in a way, and in another way, it was kind of like wow, what a pass. Oh, I think the most exciting pass was the double overtake of Max with I think it was Nico Hülkenberg and Charles Leclerc. It was a dull race. It was a dull but action-packed race. I think it's the atmosphere in Miami. I think it's the fact that there's no hype really in Miami. Or maybe the fact that we have two Red Bulls dominating the sport, but I don't know the reason why. It was a weird race, but you know, it is what it is anyways. It's F1, sometimes it's dull, sometimes it's great. Yeah, so that's what it was really. And what else? It was a huge DRS train from the start. You know, the Perez getting away, Alonso. Should we talk about this? Gasly starting P3 or P4? Mad, that was crazy, but I think he finished like 8th or 9th or something like that, but it was good for Gasly, albeit because yeah, they did a shit job this year, there's no lie. Wait, where did he finish? Probably finished like 9th or 8th or something like that. Wait, hold on. Let me check. So Gasly finished 8th, exactly. Finished 8th. Leclerc was in 7th. Not very interesting really, was it? That was a very poor one from Leclerc. You know, Quali, he made his mistakes, spinning. I think the race explained that perfectly what happened. I had a kind of double spin on the apex and everything. You know, he's pushing a bit he's pushing too much that Ferrari, and that Ferrari can't really do anything. It's not a shit car because you know sometimes it's faster than the Mercedes and the Aston, but I mean like, yeah, they don't have enough fun time there in Ferrari, and I guess that Carlos Sainz did a great job keeping the car in one piece and yeah, trying to finishing the race. And I think he also did a great job trying to get the maximum points he could for the team. But yeah, there was no pace at all for the Ferrari. I mean, there was pace, but yeah, nothing interesting. I think the further up we went to the field, they were not really interesting battles. We had the Alonso and Sainz, but yeah, that was all. It was all. It wasn't really that interesting. I think Alonso got past like quite swiftly. Yeah, I can't remember what everything happened. What else? Because yeah, Verstappen, Perez. was a one corner action defense. You know, I thought that Bird was actually getting his balls out, trying to get Verstappen on the apex, but I think with way better tires and a better strategy, and yeah, it was no match. It was no match. Perez did a great job, not to lie. Yeah, but yeah, Verstappen is doing very great. Lewis, my boy, yeah, it was a difficult one for him as well. I think at the beginning because he was stuck in the DRS train. I think he was behind Albon, then behind Hulkenberg, and what else? Yeah, finally, I remember that everyone said finally once he got past Hulkenberg, it was crazy. He spent like 10, 15 laps behind them, and yeah. Well, after that, he had nice pace, got dropped back because of the pit, and yeah, finished P6, which was for a Mercedes fan is not easy, you know, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna cry about that. What else? Fernando doing a great job. Really, he's doing a very fucking great job. Finishing P3, as in like 4 podiums out of 5 races in an Aston Martin. Meanwhile, Stroll didn't even get points. Man, I'm like, Fernando's doing a great job. That's all I have to say. Yeah, Stroll didn't get points, did he? He didn't. Did he get points? Oh, he didn't get. He finished 12th. 12th. I mean, some days Stroll is very good. Some days less. But you know, it is what it is. Really, it is what it is. Yeah, that's what I gotta say. What else? There's really nothing much to unpack, but there was a lot of action. There was a lot of on-track overtakes. Yeah, I think it was how could I give a 7? Because it feels like a 7 out of 10. No mistakes, no safety car, no red flags, nothing. But I think I'll rate it 6 out of 10 because of, you know, how dull the atmosphere was. There were people, but there was not a lot of crowd. You couldn't hear the crowds from the TV, so I think that played into the atmosphere of the track as well. But yeah, it is what it is. If we take yeah, really nothing else to say. Really nothing else to say. Yeah. This is what it is. So we're gonna wait for next week. Next week is what is next week? Next week we have the come on. Next week we have Imola. There we go. We have Imola Grand Prix, and let's see what happens. I hope Mercedes upgrades would push them towards the front, at least as close as possible to Red Bull, because that's what I want them to be, and I want them to win it, you know. But we'll wait to see what's gonna happen with the upgrades. I doubt if you're gonna be winning like real quick. We don't even know if the upgrades will work. They don't even know if the upgrades will work, so I doubt if it's gonna work. I don't know what's gonna happen, so we have to wait. I'm a bit excited for next week as well, because you know, a lot of things are going to be changing when it comes to the Mercedes in general, and when it comes to you know, what might be the projection of the whole season and how it ends. I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. No one can tell. All we know is that Verstappen is definitely getting that third. I mean, that's what we can tell for the meantime. If Mercedes, Aston Martin, or even Ferrari are able to get their cars and stuff together, and we can see what would change. But yeah, Verstappen winning that third, Red Bull is winning that extra, that +1 championship. They're getting both. The reason why I'm saying that, I'll tell you in another video. Well, you know what? I'll explain why I think everyone knows the reason why, but I'll explain why I think Verstappen is definitely win that championship. Even though I love Perez and I want him to push and win, I don't think that's gonna happen. At least not this year. But anyways, that's it for the meantime. I hope you enjoyed my first video, and you know, it's really rough. I'm not a professional at this. I'm not a professional at this. I just wanted to be as interesting as possible as an F1 fan, and you know, putting my ideas and my feelings out there. So if you liked, if you loved, if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and yeah, follow, I guess. Bye.